The concept I'm going to discuss in this video is a very strange concept, and it's so weird that this shit even exists, but it's the absolute truth of the way that our universe, I don't know of what other universes exist, but it's the way that our universe was designed, and it's an absolute rule of the universe. I'm going to start with one word. The word is balance. Did you know that the universe operates on terms of complete balance? No matter what, the universe will make sure, no matter what the situation, that everything balances out at the end of the day. My first example is going to be poor versus rich. So everybody wants to be rich, essentially, right? A lot of people, they dream and they dream, one day I'm going to have a Lamborghini, one day I'm going to have a big house, one day I'm going to do this, one day I'm going to be able to travel freely, one day I'm going to be comfortable. Whatever rich means to you, it means different things to every single person, but everybody more or less wants to be some version of rich. Not everyone wants millions, not everyone wants tens of millions, not everyone wants hundreds of millions. Everyone wants to be a version of rich. So what don't they tell you about rich? Well, would you think that I'm crazy if I said that there's an argument that maybe the existence of being poor is better than being rich? Would you think that I'm absolutely insane? I'm not saying it's true or it isn't, but it can be an argument, and I'll tell you exactly why. Poor people live lives with a lack of liability. They do not have much liability to much things inside of their lives. Usually poor people have bad credit. Usually they have no assets. Usually they have nothing to their name. Usually there's not much to a poor person but jokes and fucking scrolling. So their lack of liability makes their lives really easy to live, because in the event of anything, they don't have much to lose. We always talk about, inside of my household, me and my brothers, we always talk about either be poor or rich. Don't hang in the fucking middle. Be poor or rich. Do not hang out in the middle. The middle is the worst. Poor people have it really good because they have nothing to lose. They can crash out. They can do stupid shit. They can speak publicly. They can say whatever they like. They can act however they like, because at the end of the day, nobody really gives a fuck. Nobody even knows that they exist. Nobody's going to come after no assets that they don't have. They're not rich, so nobody's trying to chase them down. It's just, oh, another poor person acting out of character. Rich people have it nice because you have a lot of shit, but with that being said, everybody tries to go after your money. So anything that happens, somebody will file a lawsuit. Anything that happens, somebody's trying to come after your company, somebody's trying to come after your house, somebody's trying to come after your house, pierce through trust, this, that, or other. So poor, rich people, even though they have a better existence, they have so much more to lose. Rich is also a much more stressful lifestyle than it is being poor. And I know poor people will look at me and say, what the fuck are you talking about? You get to and you wake up when you want, and you have time freedom, you don't have to worry about anything. Is that really true though? The rich lifestyle comes with much more obligation than the poor lifestyle does. So when you are rich, you are basically up on a mountain, and everybody is looking at you up on that mountain and throwing hooks to try to catch you, to pull you down. Or some people would just sneakily walk up the mountain and they'll have a little conversation with you, act like they're your friend, and try to drag you down immediately. So being rich is equivalent to being on top of a mountain, but when you're on top of the mountain, everybody sees you. When you're at the bottom of the mountain, everybody sees each other, so they don't worry about it. But when you're on the top of the mountain, all of the poor people down here, they look up and they say, you know what? Fuck that guy. Let's take him down. It's like the crabs in the bucket analogy. So it's rather scary to be a rich person. It really is. But my point in this is that it all balances out, because poor people get a sense of freedom that they take for granted because they don't know any other existence. But they have a sense of freedom, and they have a sense of power, which is nothing to lose. I fear poor people. They scare me. I don't beef with poor people. I don't go back and forth with poor people. I don't like to get into it with poor people, because that motherfucker might just try to kill me. He might excuse me. He might just crash out and risk his life for everything because I said something to piss him off. He might just, because he's got no family, no assets, no business, no money, nothing to his name but a stolen Glock that has a body on it. He might just kill me. So these people are very scary. I never ever go back and forth with them, and I do not get into it. On the rich perspective, again, you have a lot of stuff, but everybody's going after it. It's always stress. Rich people get accused of crimes all the time. Rich people are always getting sued. Everybody always goes for rich people. Everybody's always watching your pockets and trying to figure out how much you're making and trying to say that you shouldn't be taking that much out of your company. You need to be paying employees more, this, that, or the other. The dynamic of balance continues to repeat itself over and over when it comes to rich versus poor. Next dynamic I swing into is with women. Balance will show itself over and over with women. It's in the dynamics of how you guys treat each other, how you communicate, and you basically will more or less get what you request from a woman. So if you meet a woman and at the first meeting, you're rather respectful, and you simply, I do this, I explain who I am. And I explain in a very calm manner. I always say things such as, I mean this in the most humble way possible, and I let them know who I am. I am a 20-year-old kid. I've made loads of money. I found my success. I'm not nearly done with my success. I'm still just getting started. I have very strict programs and rules for how people around me have to operate to be around me. I have rules for the way that I must be spoken to and respected in order for things to work out and continue to see me. It's all things that I lay out when I speak to people, and if they do not follow it, I will simply cut them without saying anything. I don't have to explain why I cut you out of my life. You're simply just not in my life anymore, and I'm going to continue going, and I'll find somebody who follows the rules that they are given. Well, this balance comes full circle, because whenever I put out those rules will get followed if that person matches up with me, and if not, then they will simply split off. It is what it is. You have to be willing to let people walk out of your life. You have to be willing to. Because if not, if somebody sees that you really, really want them in your life, and it's sad that this is the way that it works. If they see that you really, really want them in your life, they will start to take advantage of you, and they will start to try to drain you for all the energy that you have and try to make a fool of you. It's sad that this is the way it's designed, but this is especially how it is with modern women. They love to drain you. They love to feel like they have power over you. They love to see you at your lowest in a sense, and it is what it is. There's nothing that we can do about this. But as guys of value, be on your guard. Do not let women drain you. Do not let them suck the energy out of you. Don't let them make you look like a fool. Cut them off. Women cannot stand silence. They don't like to be left alone and ghosted, especially at climax points. I'll give you guys a secret. If you're dealing with a manipulative woman, is that how I say it? Doesn't really matter, does it? If you're dealing with a woman who tries to manipulate and she likes power oh so much. There's a quote from Andrew Tate, and I don't know the exact quote because I'm not that big of a fan of him. But he basically says that you let your enemy trick you. You fall for the trick while being conscious to try to see where they want you to go. And then you take action from that point. This is exactly what you're gonna do. So if a woman wants to manipulate you, get into a little bit of a tangle with her and kind of get into the motions and laugh and climax and this, that, and the other, and start to enjoy each other and laugh and this, that, and the other. At the climax point where you guys are enjoying each other the most and you're just laughing, going back and forth, haha, this, that, and the other, pick something out that does not exist and complain. And complain briefly. Or don't say anything at all and go ghost, even better, honestly. As soon as you hit a climax point where everything just feels so good and it's just such a flow, boom, go ghost. This works fantastic on women who are manipulators because it will humble them. It'll make them realize I can't run circles around this guy. He understands the game a little better than I thought. And from here, you will start to take back power in the relationship. Also, at any given point when you feel disrespected by a woman who's a manipulator, stop talking. Just stop talking. Women who are manipulators love to argue. They enjoy the argue. They enjoy the back and forth. They enjoy the emotions being flicked up and all of this arousal. It's entertaining. And again, remember that women live off of attention. As soon as you cut the attention, they can no longer breathe. Some women who are really whores, as soon as you cut attention, she'll go fuck another guy. It is what it is. You can't really stop that. Don't chase it down. I swear to God, it's not worth it. If at the cutting off of attention, she will go fuck another guy, please let her go fuck that other guy and go find a woman who is hotter and more capable of listening and more valuable than she is. Do not chase her down. You will get into the ugliest loop of off and on with women of low value, and I promise you it's not worth it. I'm speaking from experience. I have to go through these things in order to be able to teach these lessons to you guys. Sad to say I've been through those things, but I swear to God I won't do it again, right? You only catch me once. So you want to make sure that when you deal with these types of women that you are very on your guard. Or even better, don't deal with these types of women. But it's pretty hard to avoid in the modern age that we exist, because more and more women are turning that way, because social media is flooding their minds with the ideas that they are some sort of goddesses, that they are some sort of Cardi B's or Megan Thee Stallions, and they just do what the fuck they want. And their pussy controls the world, and their pussy gets them whatever the fuck they want. It's a whole bunch of famoose. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. It's sad to say. It is what it is. It's something that we can't ignore. It's something that we can't really change either. Social media really has brainwashed modern women. It's also made it to the point where modern women who are 4s think they're 8s, and 5 thinks they're 8s and 9s, and it's all fucked up. It's really fucked up. And it's really because so many guys are so fucking thirsty online. Let me run you guys an equation. For every one guy that exists on a daily basis, so this is guy and this is girl, right? For every one guy that exists on a daily basis is usually outreaching to, I would say, around 10 to 15 girls on a daily basis. For every girl that exists, she's only outreaching to, if any, 1 or 2 guys on a daily basis. So can you imagine how this multiplies? When one guy is outreaching to 15 and girls are only outreaching to 1 and 2, it makes up for a whole bunch of fucking guys being in the same girls' inboxes and this girl being in barely any guys' inboxes. And what happens is the girl's inbox is so flooded, she starts to feel like, holy shit, I am the shit. I don't have to respect a man. I don't have to traditionally behave. I don't have to respect myself. I don't have to dress properly. I don't have to be educated. I don't have to know anything. I don't have to know how to cook. I don't have to know how to listen. I don't need any of this. All I need to do is post on social media. I will get attention. I will get guys who want to fuck me. I can use some of these guys who want to fuck me to go on dates for meals, or I can tell them that in order to hang out with me, that they need to send me cash apps and never actually hang out with them. They have so much power because of how thirsty the modern man is. So as modern men, we have to take some of that responsibility, or is it the responsibility? Yeah, some liability or responsibility for the way that women have become. Because if we were to stop being so fucking horny and stop reaching out to so many women on a daily basis and stop flooding their mind with the idea that they are gods, that they are better than anything else out there, they would learn how to be humble again. Men would be the ones who get chased again. It would return to the traditional way that things were, where men are the ones who get chased. A good man is very hard to find, and all women are looking for good men. Nowadays, it's so fucking bad that women aren't even looking for good men. They're just looking for a man to fill a spot for right now. So if the bitch wants food right now, she's just looking for a guy who will take her out to eat right now. And as soon as the food is done and in her stomach and the meal is paid for by him, she's done. And she's back on social media searching for something else. Sometimes they just want a heart eye and you look good today and you're so fine, just to fulfill themselves for the moment, and then they're done. Sometimes they just want to fuck real quick and then they are done. Sad. But it's the way that it's designed, and it's something that we can't ignore, and it's something that we can't act like it's not a reality. So if you want to survive in the modern world, I highly suggest that you learn how to keep your energy intact. Be very, very careful with your energy, because it's a dangerous game. And energy, I'll give you an example and an analogy about energy. If we're starting every day with 100% on our energy bar, every single thing takes some percentage off the energy bar. I want you to really think about this. If you start your day with 100%, when you get up in the morning, brush your teeth, it might take 0.002% of your full energy for the day, but it counts. So what happens when you go back and forth with a woman? That's probably gonna take 30% of your energy, 40% of your energy, if not more. It counts on the energy scale. Hitting the gym, it counts on the energy scale. Going to work, it counts on the energy scale. Scrolling. Did you know that scrolling takes energy off of your daily energy bar starting at 100%? Most people don't start at 100% because they don't get good rest. So starting at 80%. Did you know that scrolling is taking energy off of the energy bar? Why? As you scroll, you compare, you observe other people's lives and compare yourself to them, which takes mental energy, which drains you. It's almost equivalent to arguing. It's not nearly as bad, but you're comparing yourself mentally to other people, and it drains you because you're just think. You think about other people's life, then you think about your life, then you think, am I even doing anything right? Then you think, man, I need to do better. Then you think, nah, fuck that. Then you think, I just want to watch porn. Then you think, I just want to watch some TV. Then you think, man, I want pizza. And all of this is making you tired as the day goes along. So you're starting the day with this energy bar, and every single thing is taking away. So when you're sliding up on girls' stories on a daily basis, you're taking away energy. That energy is flowing somewhere. It flows from you to them. That's why women always have this sense of confidence, because when all these guys are sliding up on a daily basis, you're shooting your energy her way. When you grab your phone and you type, oh, you look so good, hard eye, and she never responds, she just kept your energy. That's it. The reason she didn't respond, because they subconsciously understand that when she responds, the energy goes back to balance, so they don't respond most of the time. You shoot her your energy, she keeps it, and she runs with it. She's never returning that energy back to you. She's not shooting you a compliment back, none of that shit, because she understands that energy is now her own. Guys, I need you to guard your energy. It's a very dangerous game. I did not start to see amounts of success in my life until I learned how important energy is. Energy is with women. Energy is with friendships. Energy is with family. Energy is every single part. Scrolling, getting curious, gossiping. It's all sources of energy being put out, and it's a very, very dangerous game. So if you haven't yet learned how to guard your energy properly, I highly suggest that you do so. I will catch you next time.